I'm feeling better. Like before, I was blowing my nose. My nose was like, it was literally leaking rivers. It was ridiculous, man. I wasn't coughing or anything. Like it wasn't like that. It's weird. Like I was not coughing at all. I had no headache, no other symptoms, whatever of a cold, but just a really runny nose and watery eyes. It just was not working for me. And now today, one day later, feeling 10 times better. And while the opening is playing, I tried fixing the white noise in the microphone, guys, and I don't think it's possible. I think the white noise is possibly either coming from something in the room, but I don't know what it is. Maybe an outlet somewhere, maybe something I'm connected to or whatever, or maybe something that's connected to something else, I don't know, or maybe it's the computer itself that's creating the white noise. I tried everything to like eliminate the noise. My only assumption by this point is the computer and maybe something else. It's not that noticeable with this of course playing, but if I get quiet and this is also quiet and it's not playing, you'd probably hear it. A little noise. Song so much, yo. It just grows on you. First episode, I was gonna say I wasn't not liking it, but you know, it wasn't it wasn't anywhere near like even like my top, 30 openings of all time in anime. This I'd say now it is, but yeah, before it wasn't, or even remotely close. But it really does grow on you.
Has this Inu something or other really managed to master the Tenseiga? His name is Inuyasha.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Inuyasha did master the Tetsaiga. He did, didn't he? Yeah, I think he did. Or at least he pulled off a move that was like similar to him mastering it, I think. Whether that was luck or not is, it's whatever. But yeah, that is one dopey looking demon cow.
He's the son of the great dog demon who gave me his fangs so that I could forge a sword from it.
Oh, snap. Alrighty then. It's really funny how like Miyoga really, he kind of is low-key loyal. But he's just a whole lot more useless than what's his name? Jigan? I forgot his name now. The other small little tiny demon who constantly follows Sesshomaru around. He's a lot more useful. He can actually kill people, and he does. But yeah, Miyoga the Flea just can't do anything.
I've only seen him do it once, and he hasn't been able to wield that power since. Perhaps it is because...
Alright, well, Miyoga the Flea actually, at least he was being honest here, He wasn't, like, just BSing and, like, oh, he's fully mastered the Tetsaiga, and now he can really put the work in. Like, no, like, he's being fairly honest here. He's saying the truth. It was kind of like a one-time thing that Inuyasha did. Of course, he's gonna master it overall, but just at the moment right now, he has not mastered it.
I smell roasting meat somewhere.
It's you, bro. Sticking like church's chicken.
But I'm not a rapper.
We're gonna have some grilled Jigons. So now we're gonna see Sesshomaru now. That is one ugly looking demon. Tokasai. Is he dead, or is he gonna strike Jigon when he least expects it? There's our man Sesshomaru, the man who actually has balls. Alright, the villain with actual balls. Don't get me wrong, it's really weird to imagine Sesshomaru with balls when he looks like this. I'm not hating. I'm not hating at all. He's kind of like a more beautiful Griffith, which is really, really weird. Sesshomaru is no wuss like Narak, and I do respect that. He does have his wuss moments too, like he does flee when things get too hard for him, which I don't respect, but at least he handles the problems typically on his own, and he doesn't really he probably does manipulate others. He's not afraid to use himself as a sword. He's not constantly using other people as a shield and a sword.
Forging a sword that suits my purpose, so he has escaped.
Oh, that's what they're talking about. Now I made the connection. Alright, so the sword maker, I should have made a connection sooner. I'm sorry about that. So I guess the sword maker is the guy who we saw before talking to Miyoga the Flea. Well, I know, well, we knew that that guy makes swords. I just kind of put two and two together to figure that out. Who they're looking for is him to make a sword for them. Now, will he make a sword for them? That's probably going to be the next sword that's going to be made, and it's going to be made for Sesshomaru probably. And he's probably going to use that to test Inuyasha and his mastery over the Tetsaiga.
Your recipe is one long death wish.
Why does he look like that? Oh my gosh, it's so confusing. Why? Oh my god, why did they do that? You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Killua's mom from Hunter x Hunter. If you've never seen it, I don't know. Hopefully, I'm not spoiling it. If I am, you can just skip ahead a little bit. Killua's mom is like Killua always puts the work in on her, and he just abuses her in every way possible in the book. And she just has like bandages all over her face from Killua just burning her, scratching her, and all that. I mean, they don't really show it on screen, but they always talk about it, and I'm pretty sure they're not lying about it. It's pretty much confirmed. And every time she's always like, that's my son, that's my son. I love my son so much. He's so cruel and evil." And this is kind of like that. Oh my gosh, with that face, you wouldn't think that he's a complete utter demon, disgusting demon, but he is. Passive aggressive. Okay, I get it now.
I think I just shortened my life by 100 years.
How much you want to bet me all like the fangirls just like creamed their jeans completely by like Sesshomaru smiling? I'm telling you, I haven't even seen it yet, and I can bet you like when I don't know when Inuyasha the show reached its peak of popularity, but I can bet you when the show did reach its peak in popularity, if that's in like if that's like in modern times, I can bet you girls were like posting gifs of Sesshomaru smiling all across the internet. I'm telling you, like he is that type of guy who girls would just go absolute. I mean, girls in real life. I'm not talking about in this anime, which I'm sure in this anime they would go crazy too, even for Inuyasha. But I'm saying in real life, definitely Sesshomaru would be like way up there with the likes of like fangirls for like Kakashi and everything.
I can't believe my jewel shards were taken.
I am a little tight about that. How she took the jewel shards away from Kagome. That does get me a bit tight, to be honest. Um, Probably not so much at the time of watching the episode, but afterwards, yeah, I definitely am a bit tight about that. I think that was quite a bitchy thing to do. Excuse my French.
Stop worrying about it, Kagome. What? It's not like she stole all the pieces or nothing. We'll just have to go out and find some more. No big deal.
He's saying no big deal, but that's just because you're kind of into her, Inuyasha, man. Don't be a simp. Don't be a simp and make excuses. I like her too, but don't make excuses. But one of the really awesome people on here who I've been in quite frequent contact with. I'll be honest. She's an awesome soul. Uh, she even mentioned to me like what she actually reminded me that Kagome, not Kagome, oh Kagome, blah. I mean Kikyo is basically clay and dirt, and I don't know what you would do with clay and dirt. I just thought of like sticking your pickle in clay and dirt, and it's oh no, no. Carry on with the episode. Right, yo, I need some like kittens in Inuyasha and in Kagome wholesome moments to like put some Listerine in my brain and just wash it out.
Why is Inuyasha being so understanding? It's so unlike him. I suspect it is because Kikyo was the one who stole the sacred jewel shards.
My man. I was about to say Noroku, but my man Moroku over here calling Inuyasha out for being a simp. How dare you, Inuyasha? Why? How dare you switch on us like that? You're never a simp. You were the chosen one.
What can he do when the culprit is a woman he's been in love with? Listen, you morons. If you
Hey, I don't care how much in love I am with a girl. I'm just saying, if she's wrong, I'm gonna say she's wrong. Maybe not in front, like in public, but like when we're alone at least, or or at least if I'm with someone else who I also really care about and I trust, even a hardcore like ride or die best friend who I have tested to be, who I know for a fact is a ride or die best friend. I wouldn't do it with someone who I don't think is a best friend. But anyway, like Gome, and she better not. No, I hate how they're in the friend zone. Get out of the friend zone. Kiss. But I would be honest and I'd just be like, she's wrong. Like, I still like her, but she's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care how much I'm into a girl. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And I'd say that, and I would say that around people who I'm like, who I deeply trust. You getting mad about the truth? It's that demon cow, isn't it? It's that demon cow and the sword maker coming through. Woo! He came down with the lightning from the heavens, Milt. He came down with the lightning from the heavens, boy. Yo, I. Oh my gosh, what is this? I'm getting so many pop-ups. Like, my gosh, what is going on? Yo, his eyes are mad funky, but not just his eyes. The cow's eyes are also mad funky too. I want to know. I want to know what drugs they're taking, bro.
Dosai, draw your sword, Inuyasha. How does that old geezer know my name? I'm coming at you whether you pull
Will he
out your
throw
sword
hands?
or not.
He can't throw hands, will he? Well, he came down through the sky with lightning. He's got to be able to throw hands. You know, if he, is he like going to be like the Netero of the series? Like, I highly doubt it. I'm pretty sure the Netero was Inuyasha's father, but yeah, still. Except Netero was a human, so that's really not a good example. That's actually a terrible example. He's gonna tell me Inuyasha's gonna whoop him. Oh no, no, he's actually putting the work in. Is he?
He thwarted the tenseiga using a hammer? Ooh, that sword is singing like an old saw, dull resonance. This kid can't be the right one to use it. Tell me who the hell you are!
He does not care, bro. You can tell he's a savage. Oh, he probably did that to see if Inuyasha could cut through it, and then he would view him as worthy if he did. But
But the sword! That's a piece of leather. You've been too rough with her this.
and that's why he licked it, I guess, to give it some strength, which goes to show his his blacksmith skills are like supreme. That he's able to just simply lick a piece of cloth and make it as hard or at least resistant against steel.
Blade is
So
over.
so imagine what he can do to steel itself.
Have you been chopping down trees?
Oh, he's polishing it.
You know about it. Who are you?
Is it weird that I find that a little bit wholesome that he's still taking care of this blade? Like, it really is wholesome.
I think that's enough, Totosai. Miyoga? Saying you're the swordsmith who forged Tetsaiga? Precisely. I'm the man who forged Tetsaiga from a fang that your father gave to me. Only certain circles of the finest blade-swinging demons are acquainted with my work. Certain circles?
I think that's a polite way of saying he's not very famous.
I don't give a rat's ass if you're famous or not, old man. Well, now that I've seen the tenseiga in action, I have to say the sword is being badly misused and abused. It sings a sad song indeed. To see my work like this, oh, it simply breaks my heart. If you've come to pick a fight with me, just say so.
Inuyasha?
I was gonna pause it to say something, but
Useless, Myoga. The tenseiga can't be entrusted to someone as short-tempered as this arrogant whelp.
oh well.
It would probably be better if he just gave up the sword than recklessly going into battle with it, blindly trying to rely on a strength he doesn't have the self-discipline to wield. Yes, there's no use stalling. I'll have to take the tenseiga back immediately and break it in half. What did you say? I don't care who made the sword.
Can you throw the hands with the old man?
And I'll run you through with it if you even try to break it. I don't have to break it. It was only a thought.
Okay, maybe not.
I forgot to warn you about his temper. Don't worry.
But I was gonna say, what's interesting too is that in the story of Inuyasha, I realized that it primarily revolves around a lot of concepts of honor, as opposed to, like, let's say, the most famous samurai in Japanese history. I don't know if you guys know about him. Called, this little fun fact. Musashi, or is it Miyamoto? I think Miyamoto is his last name. Miyamoto. I said Miyamoto. 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 Oh, Miyamoto Musashi, the most famous samurai in Japanese history, and commonly recognized. I mean, by many fanboys. And I don't think by like, I don't think factually speaking, you can really say he was the best samurai, but many agree that he was the best samurai. Like the way that I view Musashi is that he's basically kind of like the Bruce Lee of the katana. And I should really make this quick so it isn't too long on you guys, and you guys don't have to sit here through a whole, pause screen for that long. But basically, Musashi is the Bruce Lee of the katana, but except he's a Bruce Lee that I think everyone, like, when it comes to Bruce Lee in the martial art world, no one really, I mean, a lot of people look at Bruce Lee as a movie actor more so. Like, there's a lot of people who agree that Musashi is either a demigod or he would get completely demolished in the ring. You got both extreme ends of the spectrum. I think that Bruce Lee would, okay, that's kind of irrelevant, but I think Bruce Lee would put the work in, but he would not be probably like a world level champion. But then you have Inuyasha, not just Inuyasha, but I think Inuyasha honestly is someone who I think is more similar to Musashi because in Musashi's teachings, Musashi believed the sword was just a tool. He was basically like a ghetto samurai. He wasn't like a lot of samurais were out here. Oh, the sword is this beautiful object that I need to clean every single day, and I need to take care of it. Musashi was like, nope, I don't care. He was just a straight up savage. It's just a tool for killing and for helping me in my everyday survival needs. That's all it is to me. He would constantly swap out swords. That's why historians can't really find an exact sword that belonged to Musashi because he would always just swap them out. He used I think he even used a short sword and a long sword. I believe there was a combat advantage that he dictated in a book that he made, even called well, not a book, but I think it was something that he wrote, or maybe it was a book based on what he wrote. Probably, I don't think it wasn't a book that he wrote. Forget that. He's this is way before books. I'm not talking about that. But anyway, um, the Book of Rings, I think it's called. I'm not quite sure. You can't quote me on that. Again, I think it's based off of what he wrote in something else. But yeah, I think Inuyasha is more similar to Musashi Miyamoto. I think Musashi is his first name, and Miyamoto is his last name. But the last name usually goes first in Japanese. So yeah, I just I'm not gonna pause anymore for the rest of the episode because I've already paused too much.
Sneak it away when he's not looking and melt it into cutlery. I'm only joking.
Hmm.
Mr. Inuyasha, you haven't been
It's just a prank, bro.
able to
And I
unravel
paused.
the mystery of the tenseiga on your own. You've tried, but you can't figure out how to tap into the power that killed the 100 demons in one sweep. But Totosai knows its secret. I think if you both took the time to get to know one another and cooperate, you could awaken and harness Tetsaiga's full strength. There's no mystery.
Exactly.
I'll get the hang of it. I just need practice. I understand you've been collecting the sacred jewel shards for a while. Who knows how many demons have multiple pieces of the jewel? You know how difficult it's been to battle demons with more than one? Don't you want to awaken the Tetsaiga's full potential in order to destroy demons with that enhanced strength? He does have a point, Inuyasha.
I think you should at least hear what he has to say.
I agree.
I guess it can't hurt.
I agree.
So tell me, what do I have to do, Totosai? First, I have to tell you that someone seeks my life.
It's Sesshomaru.
My forge and ordered a sword that would rival the power of Tenseiga. He told me he'd kill me if I refused. I want you to protect me from him. Say please before asking for favors. You never told me about this. What did he look like? He has long white hair.
He knows who it is now.
Wears a cloak made of something.
Inuyasha knows who it is.
What? Another old geezer? This again?
He's young,
Roasted. Burn.
stronger than Tetsuaiga.
He's here!
Sesshomaru, the basically white-haired version of Haku. A lot more evil. I'm so confused by him, yo. I'm so confused.
I was right. He is the one who's after you.
Exactly, so protect me! Inuyasha,
Why? Why?
why have you conspired with Totosai to plot against me?
He
Because you
he isn't plotting against you. You're plotting against him. You know, you're plotting against the both of them. Like, what are you talking about?
happen to be evil incarnate. Totosai, sounds like you're looking for an early retirement into your grave. I never said I was talking about you, Sesshomaru. Why don't we discuss your sword after you battle it out with Inuyasha?
You sure changed your tune pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, exactly. He's just like Miyoga. I can literally see Miyoga and him being best friends, but they would be like the type of cutthroat best friends. But like it's not like they're intentionally cutthroat. It's all innocent intentions. It's just like I want to live type of best friends who just cutthroat each other because of that. But trouble always finds them.
Guilty.
Did I? I don't remember.
Or actually, he might be
As a blood vow to me.
a little worse than the Miyoga.
Did you hear that, Inuyasha? You will forge my new sword after I kill you off.
Oh my gosh! You know what I find hilarious is that usually when Miyoga the Flea says some like not cutthroat, but like whenever he says something or he does something like he abandons Inuyasha, usually the anime itself just kind of glosses over a little bit. Like they just kind of move past that easily. Like they just kind of skip over it. Like, oh, it happened, but it was such a minor moment that we don't really care to really, expand on it. But for once, Sesshomaru actually heard it, and Sesshomaru was like, and not just Sesshomaru, but the anime was like, we're not glossing over that. He said it and he meant it. Oh my gosh. So I feel like Sesshomaru is just gonna own Inuyasha. He's just gonna own him.
You can tell by their tempers they're related.
You're the one who started this whole thing.
No, but Inuyasha has the worst temper.
They're both real pros with the innocent bystander act. Where's Myoga? Myoga, are you here? Kagome, he's on Moroko's shoulder. He always goes where it's safest. That means the danger is over there. Run, Myoga! What are you doing? Let go!
What's he doing?
You coward!
I was like, what's he doing? Mm. Yeah, he's just a speed demon. He is whooping Inuyasha right now.
Inuyasha's so slow, he's pathetic. Myoga, why did you lie to me about his ability to use Tetsaiga's full power?
I used it once, I promise. Myoga didn't lie. Inuyasha always ends up sending Sesshomaru.
This is supposed to be a serious moment, but like this stance just is not showing this is a serious moment. I needed to point that out by Kagome, her stance here. But she is very cute in this stance. I won't lie. It is really really cute, and she's not lying. Inuyasha did
Are you sure you weren't dreaming when you saw him do this, young
Inuyasha did use the full power, and Sesshomaru did basically become a coward. But at least he handles the problems on his own, and he doesn't use others like Naraku. Oh gosh, and she's just on hammer against his head. Oh gosh, Usopp Hammer.
I'm not dreaming it up. It's
Now all you have to do it, and then not all you have to do it. Now all you have to do now is just do it like 20 more times, and just keep on saying Usopp Hammer, and have like yellow huge subtitles, just like pop up on the screen constantly.
My apologies. Well, Totosai, don't you feel sorry for Tetsaiga? That famous sword is no better than a wooden club the way Inuyasha swings it around like a Neanderthal. The sword can
I wasn't really a fan of the swinging animation. I think one swing would have been better. It's kind of redundant. Oh, he's gonna. Oh, okay, okay. I thought he was gonna like jab his hand through like Inuyasha's chest or something, like Bleach style. Grimjow Overukia style. But now he's gonna burn Inuyasha's wrist. Ooh, so he's gonna try to force him to let go of the sword. But Inuyasha should be able to grab the sword, right? And use it against like what he did last time. But I'm pretty sure Sesshomaru has come prepared this time, and he's prepared for Inuyasha to grab the sword with both hands. And he's gonna do something else.
Well, Totosai, tell me, do you still refuse to make me a sword?
He's giving him a sword?
That was a big help. So, you absolutely refuse? Be quiet, you ungrateful mongrel! You know as well as I do I've already made you an excellent sword. The famous sword that you now wear, the tenseiga. I also forged it from a fang given to me by your father. He clearly instructed that the eldest brother would have the tenseiga and the youngest brother would have the tetsusaiga. That was your father's last wish.
Yo, I'm so hyped for it. I feel like this is literally like Dante versus Virgil right here from Devil May Cry. Like both of them have like epic swords, yo. Ugh. I'm like I got chills, bro. They're both gonna be beasts in the future, from how it seems.
It is a great sword of swords, no better and no worse than the tetsusaiga. You should learn to respect and love it.
Oh, no better, no worse. Interesting. So he just wants Inuyasha's sword, it seems.
So that old man also made Sesshomaru's sword?
Though, come to think of it, I've never seen Sesshomaru unsheath his sword in any of the battles yet, have you?
No, you're right.
Do you dare imply that this useless sword is worthy of me? Oh, I've made you angry, have I?
Okay, well I wasn't expecting that. The old man's got some sass behind him. I like him now, a little more than Miyoka.
Time to take our leave.
Oh snap! Yeah, he could throw hands. It seems. I mean, barely, but he could do it. Is that a gold or lava? And he could. I know lava tends to like when it cools off, it's gonna become rock. The more you know. No, no, I'm pretty sure everybody in the whole world knows that. Even like second graders know that. But yeah, like it'll cool off into rock, and I'm wondering if that's like kind of like a blacksmith technique itself, used to make the swords.
Wow, I didn't know you had that kind of
Yeah, man, he had his own like all this time he had his own sword. Like something told me like I don't know if you go back in my Inuyasha reactions, I don't know if I ever said it, but like something told me that he had his own sword. I don't know if I drew that out in the Inuyasha reactions. I don't even remember like it's Inuyasha, so I have not seen anime before, but I have seen the anime like um advertised, and I've seen the characters in certain games and things of that nature. So like I know that that he had a sword, but I was like I just never seen him use it. And I didn't even know what it would look like or what he does with his sword or anything of that nature. So I just completely forgot that he even had a sword in the first place. So I thought the whip was his main weapon, but he has his own sword and he doesn't even use it. He just wants what's Inuyasha's. Like that's kind of like, isn't that kind of like younger brother mentality? I know for a fact like younger brothers typically want what the older brothers have. They're like, if he has it, why can't I have it? Even if the older brother is the one who worked for it and actually bought it with his own money, working at McDonald's, just, working hard or whatever like that. Um, they always want what the older brother has. And I'm just saying, so Shomaru, like, I feel like the roles at times should be reversed. At times, not all the time, but sometimes it should be reversed. And Inuyasha should be the older brother.
Power?
I'll say. I don't understand. Inuyasha should be asking you for protection, not the other way around.
You trying to say that I'm a weakling?
You know, Moroku makes a fair point. The old man can throw a hand, like you saw what he did.
Sesshomaru calls his great sword useless, and Inuyasha is useless with his great sword. How I overestimated both of them. What's that?
Oh gosh.
I am not useless.
Totosai, I've been thinking about Sesshomaru's sword. Is it really as powerful as the tetseiga, like you said?
Is it?
The tenseiga? Its abilities are unlike anything I've heard of before. When your father first commissioned me to make it, I shuddered at the very thought of its immense powers.
It's a blade that doesn't cut? So how are you supposed to fight with a sword like that?
The tenseiga is not a sword used against foes. To put it simply, it is a sword of healing.
Healing?
Oh, so that's okay. Now I get why Sesshomaru doesn't want this sword because you can't use it for anything. Like Inuyasha could use his sword, I guess, for combat. Not, I guess he could. You know, as for Sesshomaru, he can't use his sword really like that in combat. You know, I get why he doesn't want a sword.
The tetseiga is a sword that defeats the powerful, and the tenseiga is a sword that has the ability to save the lives of the weak.
It's
Okay. Something tells me like this is blatant evidence. I feel like Sesshomaru is gonna make a 180. I mean, maybe not a 180. Maybe I'm getting pushed. I'm going a little too far. But something tells me Sesshomaru is gonna turn around, and he's gonna become like the Hiei of this series. But it's probably gonna happen later than sooner.
these lives?
If the bearer truly has kindness of heart towards humanity,
And probably at the end, I could see them working together because I see Sesshomaru and Inuyasha working together as being way too OP. Okay, I see Sesshomaru enough of a problem on his own. Now with Inuyasha, they're probably going to be a really OP pair, to be honest. So I don't think they're going to team up right now.
then the tenseiga has the power to save 100 people in one sweep.
I'll have to
Of heart?
rewind this for a second.
Kindness of heart towards humanity, the sword that defeats the powerful, and the tenseiga is a sword that has the ability to save the lives of the weak.
It saves lives?
If the bearer truly has kindness of heart towards humanity, then the tenseiga has the power to save 100 people in one sweep.
Kindness of heart?
So the Tetsaiga can slay 100 demons in one sweep, and the Tenseiga can save 100 people in one sweep?
But how are you able to use this sword as a weapon?
It must have the ability to bring back dead souls. Such a power could be very useful during these feudal times.
I get it. But how are you supposed to... I see how it wouldn't be that useful in combat. I do kind of see how, like, it would have some issues in combat. I do see that. I also see how it would be a really OP sword in combat as well.
Most called the sword the coffin cheater, but I opted for tenseiga instead. It was a little more classy. Actually, it was your father who suggested the name.
Get it now? No wonder Sesshomaru wants a new sword. He can't use his. He's incapable of feeling kindness for people, let alone saving lives.
Too bad this isn't working. It was your father's last wish, after all.
Your brother's so black-hearted.
He wouldn't be happy with the sword even if he could use it.
You know what's interesting? This was an intentional move by the father. I know this for a fact. It was intentional. Because and this is what I'm saying. I know at this point, I'm like 110% like convinced that Sesshomaru is going to turn around and he's going to become a good guy by the end. If not a good guy, at least closer to being a good guy than he is even being neutral. You know, kind of like, I guess maybe like chaotic good, you know, if you will. Because I feel like the father did this intentionally. He gave Inuyasha the sword to cut because he knows Inuyasha is going to use the sword to save. You know, and you can still find a purpose for both. And he gave the sword of kindness to Sesshomaru to push him in that direction towards kindness, at least eventually in the future. And that's why he did what he did. It's to kind of force the goodness out of the both of them. If not immediately, then eventually. So I feel like that was like a pretty good big brain move, and I don't mean that like sarcastically. I mean that was a pretty honestly a big brain move by uh another one of the commenters on my channel told me his name. I think it's inuyasha. I think it is. I think I'm not sure.
Smells
I don't know if I'm remembering it correctly or not.
Dig indeed. Let's dig in, folks.
Gosh, he said let's dig in, folks, and eat the whole thing. Gosh, straight up Luffy.
Where am I right now? Who are you people?
Oh, and he's acting all innocent. I really like this old guy like a lot. He's hilarious, and he can throw hands. I dig him a lot.
I didn't realize that your sword was also your inheritance from your father. Why don't you use it, Master? What kind of power does it have?
Oh, he doesn't even know.
Something remarkable.
No. I mean, I shouldn't say no. It isn't to him. It only heals people. It only heals people. Not even in combat. I think it just heals people and it revives people. So, wait, but then he could revive Kikyo, can't he? He could revive Kikyo, or even Kagome if it ever happens. You know. Or if he dies, he could even give both swords to Inuyasha even, which I hope he doesn't die, because I do kind of like Sesshomaru a bit, to be honest.
Chuck, the idea of two swords forged from your father's fangs is extremely intriguing. It's like the swords are two brothers born from the same father, yet one is powerful and one is useless. I don't mean you're useless, Master Sesshomaru. I mean your sword was, or at least I don't see you using it, and yet that half-breed brother of yours can use his, which makes him more powerful. Oh, but don't take that personally. Yes, sir.
He's gonna be pissed then. He's gonna smile again. No, it's not gonna do anything to you. It's not gonna do anything to you, bro. He's gonna get right back up,
Get up, Jocken. You're fine.
and he's smiling. I'm telling you, all the fangirls they are dying right now. They are literally dying. I know. I know for the fact. I know it.
That's impossible.
I hate how he's kind of adorable, but
Just cut me in
I
half.
hate him
How
still.
can I be alive?
You see now,
I don't hate him. I dislike him.
this useless tenseiga cannot kill.
What's it good for then?
Healing people
What's going on?
and bring them back to dead. Did he revive a dragon?
Why did my father bestow this useless tenseiga on me, and yet bless Inuyasha with the tenseiga?
Or is it just a random dragon attacking him? Ooh, gosh. Ooh, that was nasty. This is why I love Sesshomaru so much, though. He is a badass, to be honest. Like no one can really deny that.
This dragon has given me a gift. Now I can go back and claim what is owed to me.
What are you talking about?
Tenseiga.
How? This is going to be a to be continued episode, I'm telling you right now.
Farewell!
You're leaving us?
No.
Heading out alone?
Well, Inuyasha's not much protection for me.
Come on.
Let him go. Who needs him? The old geezer would only slow us down anyway.
Give it back! The tenseiga is useless in your hands. It would be better off as scrap metal.
I told you. Don't touch my sword.
Inuyasha?
Don't say another word now.
Why are you getting mad at him? He's right for protecting what's his, but the old man is also kind of right too right now. Like Inuyasha needs to up his game here, but he will. He will.
He's not afraid to speak his mind.
Either Totosai is extremely brave, or he's extremely senile.
Poor little runt to the dog demon is gonna get himself killed by Sesshomaru. He hasn't even been able to see the wind scar that awakens Tenseiga's power.
All right. Well, we're gonna get even more from this sword. It seems from what he just said.
One who made Tetsaiga?
Yeah, well, that old fart is full of it.
Nah, he knows what he's talking about for sure. He's coming back. What for? What? To take the sword? Is this? He's being chased. Oh, I knew it. I know it's Sesshomaru, right? Yeah. Well, it's gonna be to be continued. I know it.
Sesshomaru, stay where you are, or I'll tear you both to shreds.
He did not stay where he was. And he wants protection now.
A new sword, now do ya?
He's like, no, of course not.
Rap over Tenseiga, and now I'm itching to use it and fight. So let's settle this once and for all.
He's smiling. He's smiling. That's not a good thing.
Have no fear.
What? What's happening?
All end today. You will never have the power to beat me. Not without the wind scar.
Oh, he's gonna hit him. He's gonna hit him straight through the chest, isn't he? Oh no, to be continued. Oh, well, never mind then. I don't want to hear that. This part that's coming up is gonna get really out of tune, and I can't deal with that at the moment. I can deal with the rest of the song, just not that one part. Not that part. But yeah, it's off by like a quarter tone, I think. Anyway, guys, we're gonna get on to the next episode, and I will see you guys there one time. Because the review is kind of like, we already saw what happened, so I mean, might as well just get on to the next episode and then review it then, if it really requires a review, if you will. But yeah, let's just move on, guys. I'll catch you guys there. Whew. Peace out.
So, until we meet again, stay gold.